Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. My name's Alice and this is Ascension to Love, a return to union. I work with twin flame starseeds. Light workers, seasoned and new, helping you really get clear on your path and in your mission and just get really aligned. So what we're going to be doing here today is we are going to be doing a weekly energy forecast for the week commencing the 26th of July 2020 through to the 1st of August. So we're going to be having a good look at some really cool energies that are coming in. So what is the theme of the week? What is the divine masculine energy within us experiencing in his inner world? What's he experiencing in his outer world? And what's the divine feminine experiencing in her inner world and her outer world? We're also going to be drawing a couple of cards of guidance to help take us through that week to make it the best, most efficient, aligned path that we can be on. So I'm just going to take a moment to welcome anyone new here, and do hit the subscribe button and like and comment at the end of this video or throughout this video if it does resonate. I love reading your comments. It really makes my day. And feel free to share this as well with someone if you think that they will benefit from this guidance that we're going to channel through right now. So I'm just going to call in all angels, guides and ascending masters, beings of light of 5D and above, of unconditional love and light, and we're going to go straight into it really. So I'm just going to put these to the side one sec here, and we're just going to get a theme. We're just going to ask for the angels and guides to bring out a theme for the week. What can we expect to see as a theme in this coming week, commencing the 26th of July? Let's have a little look at what's coming out here. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Really nice start to this reading. It's kind of like saying, you know, the energies that have been here, you know, they've been very challenging over the past few weeks. We've had eclipses and solstices and so many retrogrades, and you know, there's been a lot of egos being triggered and conflict arising, and there's been a lot of stuff where you know, we may get to a point where we're like, actually, you know, are we still aligned here? And I love the starting messages, you know, have faith in your dreams. You know, things are starting to blossom and things are still happening, right? We just have to have that little bit of faith. So what a beautiful card to start off with, and a very subtle, gentle message to start this reading with. So let's get another card for a general theme that we can expect to witness this week. What energies are coming in this week? Ooh, okay, we've got light shining in here. Brilliant. We've got authority coming up, and on the bottom of the card is patience. So look at that. Very relevant already with have faith in your dreams. Patience card coming up at the bottom of the deck, and authority. And although this card can, you know, in initial glances might make you think, oh gosh, is there some type of authority coming in? You know, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But what it actually feels like is it feels more to be that light opening up ahead. You see this angel here, he's just wide open with his arms, expanding that heart space. And just letting that light shine into all the shadows. So the messages that are coming through here already are just really positive and really powerful, even though they are quite gentle in how they're coming out here. So I'm loving Spirit's message already here. So I think what we're going to do is, and let's see, yeah, I think we should go into the divine masculine's energy. So what's the divine masculine going to experience this week? Let's have a look at his outer world first. So for anyone that is familiar with me, I look at divine masculine and feminine energies, also the distorted version of that energy, right? Because that's the whole reason why we're here on this planet, is that duality and rising above that 3D, 4D duality into that 5D consciousness, which is that of unconditional love, where there is no existence of that conflict, because there is just expansion and compassion, right, of heart space. So we have both divine masculine, or we have both masculine, I should say, and feminine energies within each one of us. It's nothing to do with gender orientation, anything like that. Although some may be watching this video for a counterpart, for a twin flame, for a soul connection. And that's okay as well if that's how this reading resonates to you. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But what I do like to say is watch this as though they are two sides of you, because that's how you're going to get the most fruitful and best message coming out. So let's have a look here. What is showing up in the divine masculine's outer world? this week. What have we got? What energies are coming through here? Thank you. We've got the Omega Dragon. Ooh, we've got divine feminine energy coming in here on that divine masculine side. So I absolutely adore this. We've got hold your vision coming through here, and look at this, have faith in your dreams. There's synchronicities happening already. And what I love is that, you know, this is the outer world, right? This is the outer world of the divine masculine. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of what's the word? It's kind of like a co-creation energy happening here. It's like this healing energy for the divine masculine, you know, and you know, that creation, that birth in a new phase, right? And birth in the start of unity, of unison, of that wholeness energy, right? You know, that separation is having a light cast over it, right? And what I love here is that it's this birth of higher consciousness, and we've got Kuan Yin coming up at the bottom of the deck here, which is you know, that's all about that love and that compassion coming through yet again as a theme, and it's all about this karmic balance. So it feels like the divine masculine is going to be facing a lot of karma coming out to clear on, right? You know, and to transcend upon, which is really, really interesting, because divine masculine energy, or masculine energy on a whole, you know, tends to spend a lot of time transmuting whilst physically in the battle, right? Whilst physically showing up there. The feminine tends to do all the work, you know, book the sessions, do the healing, do the internal work. And, you know, the feminine can always say, or tends to say, you know, what's my masculine doing? But what they don't realize sometimes, what they sometimes don't realize is that the divine masculine is actually doing all this transmutation in the physical form, right? So this is a really incredible way to start. So I'm just going to pull some tarot here and get a little bit more clarity on this card. Let's have a look at what Spirit wants to say here. Thank you so much. So we've got 2 Knights coming out straight away and 3 of Wands. Look at this. So in his outer world, we've got the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles coming out here, and the 3 of Wands. And look at this, both of these knights are looking into the future here, and this is emotion, this is spirituality, you know, this is finances, right? This is that structure, and we've got the 3 of Wands, that passion coming in here, you know. And what's really interesting is that this is a 3, right? This is kind of like there's something else that's kind of like taking the masculine, you know, making it and want to actually look at what needs to come through to transmute. Let's just move that up here so we can see these. I'm just going to prop that up like that. Create a bit of space on the table. Let's do that as well. There we go. Okay, so what I love here with this Omega Dragon coming out is that, you know, there's a lot of healing happening here. There's this void in the divine masculine's heart space that he really wants to heal. He really wants to crack open, and it feels like, especially with every trigger that's come out in the past few weeks, it feels like this week is when it all starts to come together. Look, this Knight of Cups is charging forward, right? He's really getting to know that emotional side, that spiritual side coming through here, moving forward here. And it may be difficult for him, you know. He may find that's tough, because, you know, when things aren't in alignment energetically, you know, when they're not in alignment energetically, you know, things don't always come easily, right? Whereas the Knight of Pentacles, like the masculine energy, he's used to working lots of hours in his week. He's used to doing a lot of action, so bringing the resources, to bring in that stability. But right now he's cracking open this heart, this beautiful, beautiful heart of his. And, you know, he's getting led in a different way, and this is uncharted territory for him. So, you know, you may see that this week finances slow down a little bit, or that usual pace of work slows down a little bit for the divine masculine in his outer world. But that's actually a good thing here, because what's happening in the meantime is there's this breakthrough coming through here, and this progression with the heart space opening, you know. And you know, and he's got his sights set in a different space, right? You know, he's got his heart, like his mind is like getting drawn to, or his heart is getting activated on a different level, right? He's no longer got this stake in the ground here. He's got this other one. He's going, actually, where is this going to take me? You know, and that's what this cup energy is bringing forward here. So let's have a little look and see how the divine feminine is mirroring that. Let's see what she's doing in her outer world this coming week. Right, let's have a little look. What have we got for the divine feminine in her outer world this coming week? Leap, look at this. We've got leap here, so you go first. And I think this is quite evident for what generally tends to happen with the feminine energies, that she does often go first, right? She does often hold that space for the masculine, you know, especially when it comes to the heart space. Now, this is where the balance always is, right? You know, if we were doing a reading about stability and finances and work, you know, the masculine could very well get this card. But this isn't about that, because it feels like, you know, there's a lot of emotion coming through in this next space of time. And, you know, she's gone through this already, and she's showing the masculine how to allow this to show up. And that's showing up in her outer world already. Let's get a bit of clarity here. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Five of Swords here. So what's showing up in her outer world is we've got it's like she's leading the way here. It really is like she's leading the way here. And, you know, we've got the Eight of Pentacles here. It's like it's like the masculine's saying, you know, you need to be working, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, etc, etc, etc. And she's like, no, actually what I'm doing right now is I'm focusing on what my passion is, and I'm letting that abundance come through, and I'm doing that by allowing my cup to be filled. I'm doing that by actually having this balance and this fulfillment emotionally, and actually just focusing on that. And what I'm doing, and this is what it seems like, what I'm doing here is I'm actually cutting loose any energies that aren't aligned with me, with where we're going. You know, I'm letting go of that ego and that conflict that may be arising around my heart, and I'm just working on manifesting right now. That's what this feels like, is it feels like it's a manifestation energy coming in here. Where the feminine energy is trying to release anything that's not serving her and just put those down. Those swords are double-edged here, you know, they cut, and it's like that's what she's shifting, right? So we're in this external world of hers, this may very well come across as family, friends, business partners, you know, in people form, where she's just being a little bit more conscientious about what actually fills her cup here, because she knows that when you take it back to that abundance, that prosperity, and that flow of things and flow of energy, that, you know, that energy needs to be in alignment, and lower energy thoughts can't they don't enhance that, right? They don't enhance that manifestation. So it feels like in her outer world, she's just taking a little bit more time just to look at how she's who she's spending her time with. And what's really interesting, you know, like we've got the outer world here for the masculine and the feminine, and, you know, it's like he's coming forward here to, as the Knight of Cups, to try and meet the Queen, right? You know, he wants to get to this level that she's at, you know, but like his Knight of Pentacles, his kind of blueprint of how time is going to work and things like that, that structure that he has, that's kind of the thing that's is going to challenge him a little bit in this outer world. He's going to want to spend his time. You know, being busy and doing that, when really he has to focus here on this creation energy, and he's trying to take lead here. So when we've got the leap card coming in for the feminine, she's showing the masculine the way. She's leading that way and showing him it is safe to not be overworking, to not be kind of overthinking, to get out of your mind. And she's showing him that, right? And it's like with this guy here saying, you know, the energy that is a lot like you can only show up in my world, you know, if you're in alignment here, and if you're not, then I'm sorry, but you have to fall to the side a little bit. So this is where it's like he's trying to make a decision, he's trying to look into the distance with it. So it's really interesting energies pairing up here. I want to see what's happening in the divine masculine's inner world. What's going on in his inner world, in his mind, in his heart, in his emotions. What's going on this week? Deep blue dragon. Look at this. Keeps you safe by clearing your pathway. We've got two blue cards coming out here as well, right? Look, royal blue and gold. Strengthens you, stands in your power and wisdom, you know, on the bottom of the deck here. So in his inner world, you know, this is very much about he's trying to trust right now. He's found a newfound faith this week. Your divine masculine is drawn upon some strength from somewhere, and you might not even know where it's coming from, but there is trust here, and he's trusting that you know, the lower energies are getting burnt up. And this links to this authority card coming in, hey? This links to that card, that light getting shone on any of the shadows. And and he needs to feel safe, right? You know, and he's trying to stay on this path of light. Look, Page of Wands. He's trying to stay on this path of light here. Page of Swords. Got a couple of pages coming out. Ooh. And the Tower, there you go, perfect. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. This is brilliant. So in his inner world, you know, he's fighting this conflict, this inner conflict. He's fighting this structure, what he's always known. You know, he's got this passion, but it's matched equally. His passion is matched equally with the blueprint in his mind, right? And it's going to get to a point where he has to hit this tower point, right? It's like the Dark Knight for him. It's like the Dark Knight. He doesn't know. It's unprecedented. It's unprecedented for the masculine to be feeling as intensely as he feels right now. He's always just worked through it, right? He's always just got on with things. Look at this. We've got 2 knights. We've got 2 pages. He's always just kind of carried on and done. You know, just done. You know, where you just do, right? That's the phrase, isn't it? You know, you just kind of crack on with it. And he's feeling right now that actually he can't, because this page, this passion is matching with his ego. And you know what? The heart space is winning right now. The heart space is winning, and it's leading to this tower moment, right? It's leading to this tower moment here. Why is the tower here? Queen of Pentacles. He wants his queen. He wants his queen. Yeah, he wants that. He wants his feminine. She's coming into his mind, right? He wants this. He wants his queen back. His you know, this home life, right? The security, the safety. He wants all of that. But he's fighting some things right now, and it's that conflict inside. Let's have a little look here. I just want to see what's going on in the feminine's inner world. What's happening in the divine feminine's inner world this week? Let's have a little look. Star Mother, look at that. Beautiful. How can you mother yourself? It's like Mother Mary energy, you know? And it's about staying in alignment. It's about shining love over everything, and especially over the divine masculine and his inner journey as well, right? So she's doing a lot of nurturing of self, the divine feminine right now. Her emotions, her heart, her inner world. She's just looking after herself, and she knows that that's kind of where it has to start and where it has to stay. And so let's get some clarifiers on this. Let's find out in a little bit more detail what we've got going on. Oh yeah, we've got the Hermit coming out, the 8 of Cups here, and the King of Swords. So she's definitely still in that introspection mode, right? And look at that, we've got the Emperor. She's waiting for her king. She's waiting for him to come through. It's like, you know, it's like they're both holding the space for each other, and they finally get it. It's like they finally get that right now. And they want to work in unison. They want to work together, right? You know, it's like she's holding the space here while he does this healing, showing the way while he does this healing. And it's going to come back around as well, where he's going to help her do that as well with the masculine side. But right now, she's still holding that energetical space, that loving space, that expansive transcension, right? You know, she's still going within here and just really reflecting and just catching everything. And, you know, she's noticing when one of her cups is getting knocked over, right? She's noticing when something doesn't feel in alignment. She's feeling very, very, very aware. Like every single conversation, every single interaction, every single kind of thought pattern, she's catching it. And she's going, is that filling my cup, or is that, you know, am I feeling like I'm getting drained here? You know, and she's getting a little bit more kind of assertive, right? She's getting a little bit more assertive, a lot more assertive. The King of Swords coming in with what it is that she wants, right? And, you know, and look at this, we've got the 5 of Swords in the outer world and the King of Swords in the inner world. She knows what she needs to be around, who she needs to be around, you know? You know, she knows what is aligning and what doesn't align, and then that's showing up in her outer world, right? You know, the Hermit is focusing here. He's focusing on that inner work, on that inner healing, on what she actually wants to do, and it shows up in the outer world, right? You know, all this abundance is floating here and around, and this prosperity is floating here and around for her to grab, and it's just there, right? You know, and she knows that it's flowing in. And similarly as well, you know, you get the Tower under here, which is what the masculine is going through in his inner world, and in the outer world it's that, okay, but like, you know, she is shining a light and a torch for me, and there is something over there, and you know, and I felt stuck before, and now I'm questioning things, and look, you know, the correlation is really quite nice to see. We've got the Page of Swords underneath the Knight of Pentacles here, you know, the Page of Wands underneath the Knight of Cups. It's that growth, it's that correlation that, you know, this passion is fruitful, it's bountiful, and, you know, and he's tasted that, he knows that, and it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, he's drank from the Kool-Aid. He just wants to go forward with that, you know? So it's really incredible when you see them interact with each other, because she's really holding the space right now, and she's not doing anything to change any of that. And it's so important, and it feels like it's coming through. And let's get another card here and find out and just double check. But it feels very much like, you know, so I'm going to just ask now, how is the Divine Feminine supporting the Divine Masculine this coming week? Let's see. How is the Divine Feminine supporting the Divine Masculine this coming week? Align your life, yeah. She's working on alignment, right? You know, this is a rite of passage for him. This is a rite of passage for that masculine energy. He has to get there himself, and she's working on the energetical side. She's supporting him on the energetical side and giving him that support, that love, that energetical protection as well. And what's really interesting about that is that, you know, protection energetically is, you know, we cut our cords, we balance our chakras, we do all of that, we do the work. But we want to make sure that it always stays in the space of love, and it's expansive and aligned, and it feels good, and it feels high frequency and high vibration, and you know that by how things show up in your outer world, right? And you know, and how things change to relate to that. And that's kind of where her forte is right now, and she's showing that to him. So let's just have a little look here at how the Divine Masculine is supporting the Divine Feminine this week. It's going to be interesting to see. Pure white dragon from Orion. Oh, he's shining his love through. He's getting cleansed right now, and she's seeing that. She's witnessing that, you know, and this is her outer world. And, you know, that's his inner world, right? They're mirroring each other here, you know. Truth, honesty, integrity, growth, expansion coming from this pure white dragon of Orion here. And that's the external representation of what's going on internally for her. They're supporting each other by mirroring each other. This is the outside, this is the inside. She's aligning, he's aligning. He's bathing this and bathing everything in light and clearing everything physically, you know, in real life. And she's been doing that energetically, and, you know, and it just pairs together just so perfectly, right? So let's have a little look here at what guidance do we have? What final guidance do we have here going through to next week? Like, what action card can we bring forward of something that we should maybe look to kind of be aware of, or what we need to know for next week? We're going to pull a card. And if, by the way, guys, you are called to doing any type of soul healing work or anything like that, or if you would like any more depth and detail in the in your own personal journey, and you're called to reach out, do reach out to me. You can check my contact information in the comments of this YouTube video. You can check that information there. Send me an email or a message, and we can look at booking a session, a card reading, or even an Akashic session, which is where your soul has all of its karma, its past lives and things like that. So if you wanted to really change and transmute and expand your soul and your twin soul, especially if you are a twin flame, but even if you're not, if you wanted to get really, really aligned, then, and you feel called to it, then do reach out. I love hearing from you guys. I think we're booking into the end of July right now. So there's not too long of a wait. But let's have a little look here. What guidance can we receive from this deck? And we'll pull a card from the Moonology as well, just to kind of wrap up this reading for guidance for this coming week. We've got Love Yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. This week is all about just maintaining that energy, right? Maintaining that energy and bring love into the situation. Absolutely. Once again, it's all linked. You know, have faith in your dreams. Let's bring it back to that, you guys. Let's bring it back to having faith in your dreams. And this is the thing, is that, you know, Divine Feminine, you've seen this for so long. Divine Masculine, you've wanted this for so long. It's never felt attainable to you before, but it is. You just have to open that heart space. Open that heart space. Allow the light to shine in. Allow it to cleanse. You know, that heart is pure. That heart is pure, it's beautiful, it's light, it's expansive, it's connected. And anything that is not, anything that casts a shadow, anything that hurts, that's an illusion, right? That's an illusion. It's an absence of love, an absence of light. I love this stone because it always feels like it's got its own, it creates its own light, right? You know, wherever I put it, it like lights up the card underneath it. But this is exactly what it is, right? You know, New Moon and Aquarius energy coming straight in here. So this is new cycle coming through, right? New cycle coming through. Love yourself. This is what it's about right now. This coming week, you know, carry on with that momentum. Carry on shedding anything that doesn't serve you. Carry on staying in that space of feeling into things. And, you know, it's like that balance, you know, do you want to be right or do you want to feel good? Right? Because, you know, if you want to stay aligned and get clarity, be aligned with source, right? And that loving energy, that expansive energy, that high frequency energy, which brings through the best possible timeline, that brings you back to who you are in your purest sense. That is divine in itself, you guys. When you can cut everything else out and align yourself, you know, this is like another thing for soul retrieval. If you're getting called to do a soul retrieval, do message me. But this is the thing, when you can align all of that, then, you know, miracles happen. They really do, just like that. And, you know, and this is the habit that's being broken right now, that's being worked on right now with the egoic side coming in on both of these, with the sword energy here and the tower energy, is that those old structures that that have always been in the distorted masculine and feminine energies of being right, of that pride coming in. You know, it's not, it doesn't serve anymore. You know, it's a win-win forecast, it's balanced. You're both doing the work on either part. You know, union is close for a lot of people watching this video. Absolutely, it's the end of that cycle. It's time to be the real you. Time to be the real you, and that's coming through so strongly in so many readings, especially with anyone that embodies or relates to more of the masculine energy, or feel like you embody that energy a little bit more in terms of the, you know, business orientation and kind of the go structure type of thing. You know, it's time to show the world the real you. No more needing to put on a mask or a face or anything like that, right? Be you, right? It's the end of a tough cycle, you guys. Oh, beautiful reading, really positive reading coming through for next week. There's still a bit of work to do, and the masculine's going to feel it, but you know what? The feminine's holding the space. You guys have got this. This is, you know, we're going into Lionsgate portal. It's Galactic New Year tomorrow. The Lionsgate portal spans over till the 12th of August, culminating in a build-up of energy around the 8th of August, which is the date that most people refer to as Lionsgate. But the thing is that that's where the timeline jumps can actually occur, right? So if you want to do a timeline jump, yeah, it's time. Yeah, look at that. You're understood. If you want to do that timeline jump, this is why you do it in this week starting now. Okay, you guys have got this. Let me know in the comments if this resonated. Let me know in the comments how your week goes. Do share with someone that you think might benefit from hearing this message. And thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Lots of blessings. Bye.